Hi, welcome to another episode of Galaxy Gardens. My name is Chrissy, and again, I do not have my tripod. I would like to share with you some time we spent out in nature. So if you want to see some cool nature shots, maybe some campfire cooking, that's going to be the first half of this video. Otherwise, you can go ahead and skip ahead because I'm going to be talking about our fall garden that we're getting started right now. About like a week and a half late from what we planned. But we did just get some seeds started this week, and I have a whole bunch together that we're going to be direct sowing as well, and I want to share that with you because it's never too late to start a garden, especially when you're in, a temperate region like us where the clock is already winding down to winter. So let's go check it out. We're going camping this weekend, so I'm going to cook up some pulled pork that Greg made and also turnips that we grew. Better. Mm-hmm. We brought some kohlrabi with us and just mixed it with some salad dressing. Let me show you what it looks like. Easy. If you saw our harvesting video, you'll see the different type of dressing I made for these, but they're pretty good. It's like a broccoli stem, so usually salad dressing's good on them. How do you like the kohlrabi?
It's good.
This should be ready in a minute. Okay, not bad, not bad. Put a little mayo on mine I made from our chicken's eggs. I mixed it with mustard, so it's actually kind of like a honey mustard. It's gonna be good. love a good fire. I always forget how cold it is in the woods at night. I mean, it's July here. So I'll take a fire in the morning. Alright, I think the fire's gone down enough. I can get our pans and start heating them up. I just moved our fire that was here under there. I'm gonna wait for it to burn down just a little bit more so we get all the coals. That we can put the pans on and at least heat them up. I picked some shishitos before we left, and we actually had one eggplant, which I think is a little bit too ripe. I think you're supposed to pick them when they're green. That's okay, I'm still gonna eat it. So we're gonna cook those in the bacon fat. And throw some eggs in there. It's gonna be a good breakfast. Can you see that? Can you see that near perfect blistering on the Cheetos? That's exactly what I bought them. Alright, let's make this. Did I not mention that we had some leftover marinara sauce? So excited. Oh. I don't think so. Something else. Wow.
Check myself for ticks real quick. Good.
We love camping so much. We have so much fun doing it. And we try to go places where we can go hiking too. And, you know, when we got back, it was like in the 80s. You know, we haven't really gotten any rain in the last couple of weeks. But I want to show you what happened like a couple days after getting back, and how we got some free wood to inoculate with some mushroom plugs that we ordered. if you can see all the way up there, zoom in. So we had the top of a tree break. Okay, alright, so trees. There's our hammocks. Look at that thing. Just flipped down right into this open space. Don't know how it didn't take any fences out, but I'm gonna count that as a win. Now we have a bunch of wood. Wish I had some mushroom plugs because I would definitely inoculate this. Yeah. I just came in here to pick up the fruit trees that fell over. It's a good thing I gotta come get these squashes. Look at that. We are so lucky that didn't hit everything. That's the worry that comes with strong storms when you have a garden under trees, but grow where you can. We'll get that cleaned up. That'll be some good firewood. This is the next day now, so yeah, we're gonna use some of it for firewood and some of it for inoculating, but I need to go harvest that squash I saw yesterday. I've been watching this squash for like a few days now, and it's just haunting me at this point, so we're gonna take it out before it gets too much bigger. We're gonna make some fritters with this. Look at that. That's awesome. This is a golden zucchini. I've never grown this before, and everything online has told me that this is not very prolific, but I beg to disagree. I believe the term is beg to differ, not beg to disagree. So sorry if that bothers you. Ooh. So here we go, number 2. Looks good. He's gonna make really good fritters. And I still have some radish pods in the fridge that I'm gonna mix in with this, so awesome. I think we have one more in here. I'm gonna go grab that. Oh, this one was hiding. I think this is a cocozelle. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna let that one get bigger. We have some patty pan coming in, but the one I'm looking for is right here. I believe this is a gray zucchini. Look at that. That's perfect. That's the size I want to harvest them at. Let me get my hand in there for size. There it is. This one's about the size of my hand. This one's a bit bigger. Oh, there you go. 3 small squashes. That's perfect for me. I don't know if you can see the squash behind me, but I put it down because we're gonna go in the garage and check out Greg's brewing.
All right, so before I add the beer to the keg, this keg is currently full of sanitizer. So this is kind of a cool little trick. If you don't know, the worst thing you want for a beer is for after fermentation for it to come into contact with oxygen. It's called oxidation. You'll get like a flat, kind of bland, gross taste to the beer if it gets too oxidized. So anyway, CO2 is your solution. I'm pushing CO2 into this, pushing the sanitizer out. Dual purpose. Basically just sanitizes the keg and also gets rid of all the oxygen that might be in there. So we're just gonna wait for this to eventually kick, and then we'll be filling it with delicious peach sour beer. One last thing I'm gonna do real quick, made some vanilla bean tincture that is gonna add a little bit of a sort of vanilla creaminess to the peaches and cream kind of flavor profile we're going for here. Hope I didn't add any oxygen in doing that. Now I'm gonna hook this up to the fermenter. I did dump all the trub earlier today and it's cold crashing. It's at about it's about 40 degrees. So I didn't do anything else to clarify it, but that should clarify it for the most part. So now I'm just gonna hook this up. I'm gonna turn the pressure way down. You don't, when you're doing a transfer like this, you don't want the CO2 to be up too high. It's probably good. Alright, now I'm going to open the floodgates. It's already going to start pouring in a little bit. Oh, let's not forget to release the pressure valve, otherwise it's not even going to go in. And add some pressure to make it move a little faster. So that's pretty much it. It's going to take a couple minutes for this to fill all the way. But that's pretty much how you fill a keg. Also, you got to clean them out after every use, of course. But beyond that, it's a pretty simple process. It's so much easier than bottling. So if any of you are home brewers and you're like, I actually want to do this, just buy a kegging system. It's so much easier and it's awesome. You can just pour it out the tap and it's not that expensive and it's totally worth it.
I'm excited for this beer. Tastes like peach rings. This is a pretty average day for us. We're working on anywhere from like 4 to 6 projects at the same time. Now that that's all set and I'm like really excited for that beer, it's like a sour peach ring kind of flavor. I wanted to show you what we're getting started for our fall garden. I don't know if you remember from our last video, but we also picked like a lot of onions. This didn't even make a dent in the onions that were growing. These are the ones that were just ready a little bit earlier. Anyways, they were left on the counter for about a week. I finally processed them last night. So I took off the roots, I cleaned up the outside. Unfortunately, I lost some of the greens, but I saved as much of the greens as possible. So I'm gonna get these chopped up at some point and we're gonna freeze them. By some point, I mean today. And then over here, we have our Petri dishes that are going with our fall seeds. You should be able to recognize a lot of these from our spring garden, like our cabbage. We have a Romanesco that didn't do that well, so we're trying again. Casa Kohlrabi, Napa cabbage is gonna be new. We have some of our mustards here, kale, some lettuce. Slow boat lettuce was a real hit this year, so we're gonna do that again. So these are all the ones we're gonna start inside just because it's so hot out. I want them to germinate okay. So we'll get them started inside and then we'll harden them off. And these should all be okay. I'm excited to have some more tatsoi. And if I remember from when we did most of our germination, we did our Petri dishes for the first time this year. We made a video about it. I'll put the link to that in the description. But these just dry out a little bit faster than when you're using some plastic bags, so I'm just gonna stay on top of it. I did just check all these. They're good. You can see this one probably has a little bit more moisture than others. So we'll just keep an eye on it. It's gonna be fine. And then all the way up here, you can see this mugwort we foraged, and I tied it up to dry. And now I have a, what do you call it? Kind of like an incense bundle to go around the house. So this is ready to go. So these are going, these should germinate within the next day or so. You can see I got them started on the 11th and today is the 13th. So I'm gonna check these tomorrow. I expect all of them to go pretty quick and then we'll get this chopped up. So let me show you the stuff that we're going to direct sow. Also, I just wanted to show you, so some of them have already come out. This is the Romanesco broccoli. Already germinated, 2 days. Oh yeah. We have some seed starting mix, so I'll go ahead and throw that in. And we're gonna put it back in our little tent. Now for real, let me show you the stuff we're direct sowing. I enjoyed doing this in the spring, so we're gonna do it again right now. Here is what we're gonna be growing for the fall. You can see it's a lot of root crops. So we're gonna do our main crop of sugar snaps. We're gonna do some more bush jade beans. I really like those. Herbs, parsley, cilantro. I'm gonna give peppermint chard another chance. I think we're gonna direct sow it, aren't we, dear? Yes. We're gonna do a successive sowing of cucumbers. We have definitely these, because these came out really sweet. Some more carrots, beets, radishes. Please feel free to screenshot this. Some fennel. So all of these are getting planted because we're doing all of our main crops. If Boo decides to give them to us, what do you think, dear? Yeah, she likes chewing on anything we bring inside, but unfortunately a lot of things are toxic for her. But it's okay if she sits on the seed packets, right, dear? Yeah, you're just so cute. Oh my goodness. All right. So some of this is going to get planted outside today, but at least by the end of the week. There's a couple spots that we need to clean up. And we're also going to be doing some flowers, and I'll direct sow those. Scout came to say hi also, even though I cleaned up the seeds. Hello. They just got some dinner, so they're pretty happy. What do you think? She's got other things to attend to. If you can see behind me, we made, it kind of looks like a sawhorse instead of a chicken ladder. So now the chickens have that to sit on. It's pretty nice. You'll be able to hear them chirping in the background. They just want some snacks. I'll go get them some snacks in a minute. Thanks for checking out our stuff today. My goal before the end of the night is I need to go ahead and put all the stuff that germinated and some soil. Turns out I went through everything again. Everything except for 2 Petri dishes has germinated, so we got a project on our hands. And I gotta cut up those onions, and we're also, probably not today, but tomorrow I'm gonna be adding some soil to our beds and cleaning up any other areas that maybe didn't germinate so well. So like one example would be our strawberry popcorn area. It didn't fully germinate, but it's kind of stayed to one side. So that means that the other side is open. I think I'm gonna put some leeks there, and I just gotta get that cleaned up, and by the end of the week get some stuff planted. So that's on the docket. Next week, we're gonna be doing a full garden tour. It's gonna be our July garden tour, so definitely be here to check it out. If you wanna find us on other social media, or if you wanna send us any tips, please check out our link tree in the description. We're grateful for any tips. Follow, subscribe, like, share, you know, all that good stuff YouTubers say. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.